Hi, this is Mordechai Sofer here in my fitness studio, reviewing for RunRepeat.com. Today I'm going to be taking a look at the Torin, Ultra Torin 4.0. As you can see here, I've become quite a fan of Ultra over the last 2 years. Tried a number of different models, and what I can say about Ultras across the board is that they're very light shoes, impressively light. They all have the wide toe box foot shaped feature, and they all have the zero drop equal stack height going across the midsole. So with all those features, basically I'm a loyal Ultra customer and I'm hooked. And Ultra is the main company that I choose to run with these days. So each model has its own unique things, and basically with this new Torin, I want to fill you in on some of the things that I tend to like and maybe a few things I dislike, but some of the new features of this new model of the Torin 4.0. So first of all, like typical Ultras, very light, listed at 9.1 ounces for size 10.5. Super light shoe. Anyone who picks it up will say, wow, this shoe is featherweight. The upper ventilates well. You can see the large mesh holes here, which are good. Gives a lot of good ventilation. You've got a new feature here, which I really like, the upper, which is an elastic piece of the tongue here. The tongue doesn't fold over because of this elastic piece, and actually gives the foot a better lockdown inside the shoe. So I like this new tongue feature. I was initially a little bit worried that maybe it wouldn't be comfortable because it's elastic right up against your foot, but it's actually more comfortable because it keeps the shoe more snug to the foot, which is something that I noticed in other models I wasn't so happy with. So I like the lockdown. The upper itself too it looks good. You know, it's a classy looking shoe. What I liked a little more in some features like the 1v3 or Escalante here is they were available in more like black and white, kind of more like less bright colors. There wasn't as many, you know, all the Torin options were a little bit brighter, but still, I like the look of this shoe. Looks good. The upper, it breathes well. It holds the foot down nicely. It's got the pull tab in the back. And one thing is, so Ultras have these wide toe boxes, right? That's what makes them so comfortable. Now, some models tend to mask this toe box a little bit more. In the Torin, if you look down, it's got a pretty, you notice how wide it is. It's got a little bit of like a duck bill type look. For sprinting, it bothers me a little bit more to see that. I'll show you, like, this is like the 1v3, for example. It's a little bit more subtle in the toe box. It's also a little bit narrower. So this is a little more comfortable for that reason, but you do notice the toe box a little bit more. So you've got a midsole here, which is a new Quantic midsole here, which is a new upgrade of the Ego foam, which was the previous foam used in some of the other models. It's supposed to be lighter, springier, makes the shoe a bit more responsive, which is something that I feel like Ultra continues to get better at and could continue to get better at. I'd like to even see in future models a little more responsiveness, but this is the most responsive Ultra that I've tried thus far. So I like the Quantic midsole. It also, it's a little bit stiffer at the beginning than other Ultras that I've tried, the Torin. It took me about 3 runs to really break the shoe in, but once I broke it in, it's a very comfortable shoe, and I'm totally happy with the toe splay, with the ventilation. The comfort is excellent, like most Ultra shoes, but I think the comfort has really been taken to the next level, and I like this new Quantic midsole feature. It does give also a bit more arch support, which I felt it locks down the foot better, which again I thought was, and especially models like the Escalante and the Lone Peaks here for the trails. This is one of the more original models. My foot wasn't as locked down, so I feel like this new midsole does a good job of that. I've run about 100 kilometers in them so far. They still look good. The durability has been typically good in my Ultras and the uppers. Some of the some of the soles have worn down a bit. I mean, I got a lot of use out of this one, but as you can see, I really wore down the 1v3 soles here. But so far, the sole is looking good. It grips nicely. It's a road running shoe, so grips the roads nicely, and it can be used for some light trail running. So I take it out on the trails a little bit too, and I'm perfectly happy with the sole. So we'll see how the durability holds up with time. But basically, I'll say that this is a very comfortable shoe. Like other Ultra models, it can be worn all day. It's a great day-to-day shoe. It's my favorite running shoe so far for my main kind of running, which is like 5 kilometers to 10 kilometers. It can even be taken out on long distance. Hoping to get out on a marathon with them soon. But it's a good road running, light trail running shoe for its comfort, its stability, again, its improvements with responsiveness. So far, it's my favorite Ultra model for my main type of running, and so I hope even more to see more improvements from Ultra. But I would say I'm a loyal Ultra customer because for me, the comfort with Ultras, especially with the wide toe box, just can't be beat. So the new Ultra Torin 4.0. Check out my written review on runrepeat.com and click the link for more videos. Thanks a lot.